Hello. These are the hills on the western side of the Pennines near Oldham, Greater Manchester. And I've come up here to get some fresh air. And to go to a music concert. And visit the site of an unsolved double murder. But first, the fresh air. Having filled my lungs, I headed to the music concert, but sadly it was sold out. And so, the next thing on the list. The victims of this particular crime are buried at Saddleworth Church, Upper Mill, sharing the same grave a father and his son. Their unnatural deaths are recorded on the tombstone. Here lie the dreadfully bruised and lacerated bodies of William Bradbury and Thomas, his son, both of Greenfield, who were together savagely murdered in an unusually horrid manner on Monday night, April the 2nd, 1832, William being 84 and Thomas 46 years old. The epitaph includes a melodramatic poem which must have been written on behalf of the local tourist board. The verse tells of the widespread public fascination with the event which became known as the Bills-o-Jacks murders. The scene of the crime was a pub called the Moorcock Inn, although thankfully the locals referred to it as the Bills-o-Jacks. You've got to admit that's going to sound better than the Moorcock Inn murders. Situated on a desolate stretch of road that crosses Saddleworth Moor, the landlord was William Bill Bradbury, who lived there with Thomas, his son, a gamekeeper on the moors. Sadly, the pub is no longer there, although its name is recalled by a plantation which grows on the site. The attack on the Bradburys had been brutal in the extreme. Their blood covered the walls, floors, staircases, and furniture. The place was, as one report put it, streaming with gore. Astonishingly, William Bradbury survived the assault, though he did not live for very long. But despite his severely wounded mouth, managed to speak one final word. When asked if he might identify who his assailant was, he replied with "Pats." Some say he was referring to the Irish road diggers who were working nearby. 3 of them had been seen walking towards the pub on the night in question. He might also have been talking about the bands of gypsies who would gather brushwood up on the moor. Tom Bradbury had made enemies of these travelling folk in the past. But might also his final word have been Plats. Now, Platts was a common enough local surname. It was also the name of the last person to see them alive. But if they were done in by someone they knew, then the chief suspects were another family with, coincidentally, the same name as the Bradburys. Tom had accused 2 of them of poaching. They were due to appear at Pontefract Magistrates' Courts the day after the murder. Perhaps they found the perfect way to silence their prosecutor. It seems that Tom Bradbury was not very popular in the local community, and although a reward of £100 was offered for information leading to the culprits, nobody claimed it. Is this the face of the killer? This unnamed man was transported to Australia for theft. He confessed to the murders before being executed for a separate homicide. The sensational events at the Bills-o-Jacks attracted visitors for many years after. Bus excursions went there, and the 50th anniversary of the murders was marked by a set of commemorative crockery. Such interest did their tragic end excite, that ere they were removed from human sight. Thousands on thousands came to see this bloody scene of catastrophe. One house, one business, and one bed, and one most shocking end they had. One funeral came, one inquest passed, and now one grave they had at last. If you would like to know more about the Bills of Jack's murders and other local history, visit the Saddleworth Museum in Upper Mill. Thank you for watching. Weirdos.